Seeker. In the headlines, Kenyan marathon world record holder Kelvin Kiptum, dead at age 24, reportedly in a car crash, along with his coach, the day of Super Bowl 58. And of course, Mahomes won it for Missouri, the 24th state, bringing home the Chiefs' 24th playoff win. And as we know, Mahomes won his first Super Bowl 4 years earlier, also over the 49ers at age 24, one Sunday after Kobe Bryant died, who wore the number 24. And then Mahomes won the Super Bowl the year prior, Super Bowl 57, over the Eagles after Len Dawson, the Chiefs great, died on the 24th of August, 24 days before Mahomes' September 17th birthday. And of course, he died on Kobe Bryant Day, when Kobe's from Philly, the land of the Eagles, who ended up playing in the Super Bowl versus Mahomes on Lincoln's birthday when they play at Lincoln Financial Field. But 24 was one of the key numbers in why we had the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl this year. And let's look at why it looks way beyond coincidence, Kelvin Kiptum's death. And out of all the star athletes in the world who were 24 years old, who could have been used in this ritual, why it was him that was chosen. I'm going to show you what he was doing in the world, setting this world record the day that we saw the Chiefs to perform a ritual in the NFL that foreshadowed that they would win the Super Bowl this year. Again, we were locked into something before the season with the Chiefs, them getting to 4-2 in Super Bowls on the 42nd day of the year. But after they lost the opener to the Lions, the team that we called the 24 team, because Lions equals 24 in Gematria, it's like how they got stuck on 24 against the Niners and beat Stafford with 24 points and on and on and on. The day they beat Tampa in the playoffs, Tampa and Detroit were playing in hockey. And look, Detroit won that day and both teams left on 24 wins. Anyway, I want to show you what happened in the NFL the day this man set the record for the marathon in the Chicago Marathon when the National Football League was founded in Chicago. And I want you to see what this man, his name Gematria, has to do with a number of things, including the word that came out of Mahomes' mouth before the Super Bowl was played. If you watch the interview of Mahomes just before the game began, he was asked, Patrick, what are they going to say after today's game's finished? And Patrick Mahomes had a one-word answer. He goes, dynasty. So there's a number of things here, but I'm going to skip down to right here. This man set the world record at the Chicago Marathon, October 8th, 2023. And notice, from the day he set the record to the day that he died, February 11th, 2024, was 126 days later. In Gematria, marathon equates to 126. And in case you're new here, Gematria is the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words. It's elementary. The most simple cipher is A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z, the 26 letters, 26. The next most simple cipher is just running the alphabetic order in reverse. There's 4 base ciphers in the English language. It's alphabetic order forwards and backwards. This is the alphabetic order in reverse right here. And then the other two are just both orders, but applying numerology. So we're going to look at all these ciphers. But with regards to 126, like I just said, this all began with Kobe. And remember what day Kobe died. Kobe died January 26th on the 37th anniversary of Bear Bryant's death. And if you're new here, the name Bryant, for example, has the gematria of 26 when you take the alphabetic order with numerology, 37 in the reverse. Bryant's also 82. They just put up the statue of Kobe on the 8th day of the second month, 3 days before Mahomes won his third Super Bowl. And now he's talking about three-peating when the last star athlete to three-peat was Kobe Bryant. And, just out of, a little observation here, 3 equals 29. Mahomes equals 29. Football equals 29. Mahomes just tied the AFC with the NFC at 29 Super Bowls apiece. Next year, the Super Bowl's on 2-9. Mahomes will be 29 years old next year. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's go. Here. So the day that he set this record in Chicago, Again, the National Football League was founded in Chicago. The Chiefs had a mega ritual against Chicago this year, and we can go back and revisit that too. But I just want you to see what the Chiefs accomplished the day that this happened. The Chiefs, on that very same day, beat the Minnesota Vikings. And notice how the Chiefs got their 4th win of the year. The Vikings got their 4th loss. The Chiefs beat the Vikings in Super Bowl IV 54 years ago. The Chiefs, on the day this man died, got their 4th Super Bowl win as a franchise. And Mahomes appeared in his 4th Super Bowl. And the number 4 in the occult is related to death. Now, this man, well, again, this man set the record October 8th, 10-8. This game was on 10-8. Mahomes said, dynasty. That was the word out of his mouth, dynasty, 108. Notice how Patrick Lavon Mahomes, his name, also equals 108. He's replicating what Joe Montana did. Joe Montana, 108. Notice Joe Montana is also 36. Yesterday's game was in the 36th state, Nevada. Of course, Joe Montana's 54 in the reverse. Super Bowl 54 was the first Joe Montana Bowl. Joe Montana played for the 49ers and Chiefs. Yesterday's Super Bowl 58. 58 was the 54th Super Bowl of the modern era. Again, Kobe Bean Bryant is a 54, dead the Sunday before Super Bowl 54. Kobe Bryant is 58. His statue just went up 3 days before Mahomes won his 3rd Super Bowl in Super Bowl 58, and it went up on the anniversary of Derek Thomas's death. Derek Thomas, who wore 58 for the Chiefs, the statue went up on the 24th death anniversary of Derek Thomas. They made it a 19-foot tall statue of Kobe, if you missed that as well. Like how yesterday, as we documented well before the game was played, but if you're watching my live stream as the game was going on, I said, look, they're having the Niners come out 19 minutes after the hour. Deebo Samuel, number 19, leading the way. Game ends up going to overtime, 19-19. Chiefs win, first back-to-back in 19 years as Hardman catches his 19th career touchdown. And by the way, McCole Hardman, 58, like Super Bowl 58. McCole Hardman, 112, like Super Bowl equals 112, like Chiefs equals 112, like the date was 11/2. McCole Hardman, 68. This game was 68 weeks after the Chiefs and Niners last played, and it was on the 337th day of Hardman's age, which is the 68th prime. And again, championships also 68 as well as 58. He catches the game-winning ball. But with regards to dynasty, let me come back to the word dynasty. Again, dynasty has the 36 in it, like Joe Montana, like this was played in the 36th state. And this man who died, his surname Kiptum, also has the 36. You see? And you see how the Chiefs became 4-1 when they beat the Vikings? Remember, Mahomes yesterday got to 41 career postseason passing touchdowns. And that's why I told my followers that, that was one of the safest bets for Mahomes to get 2 touchdowns. I told my followers if I was wrong, next time I'm out on the street, they'll have the permission to punch me 2 times in the face. And had it fallen through, I would have lived up to that. I'm a man of my word, but I was very confident he was going to get his 2 touchdowns for 41. Just like I was very confident he was going to beat Baltimore for his 41st career road win to advance to the Super Bowl. Just because, like every year, when he beat the Niners in Super Bowl 54, he won it with his 41st pass a week after Kobe Bryant died at age 41. And it's the same thing year in and year out. And the point I'm about to make about 41 is look at this man who's dead. This man who's dead. What day is his birthday? His birthday is December 2nd. Funny enough, that's Aaron Rodgers' birthday. But that means that he died on his 41st day of his age. He died on his 41st day of his age. Or snap. Hold on. Am I tripping? I'm tripping, you guys. I'm actually mistaken about that. He didn't die on his 41st day of his age. I take that back. What is noteworthy about his birthday is the 12/2, like 122. Again, Kansas City's 122. San Francisco's 122. Mahomes became 12-2 at home in the playoffs. National Football League's 122. Yesterday's game was a span of 122 days from Joe Montana's birthday. Also a span of 122 days from Jerry Rice's last birthday. And now you got Rashee Rice on the Chiefs wearing number 4 as they get their 4th Super Bowl. Rashee Rice was the 55th pick of the draft. When the Niners won Super Bowl 24, Jerry Rice had 3 touchdowns, scored the first of the 55 points, like how in yesterday's game, it opened with a record 55-yard field goal by the Niners kicker. Again, with regards to 55 and this man who's dead, notice Kelvin Kiptum. And keep in mind, Kelvin Kiptum, both with K's, of Kenya with a K. K's the 11th letter, dead on the 11th day of the Super Bowl, when football is a game of 11 on 11. But notice Kelvin Kiptum's 55, and car crash is 55, and Minneapolis is 55, where the Chiefs won the day he set the record. 49ers. The 49ers are unique gematria. If you only count the letter values, this is the gematria of 49ers. But when a word has numbers in it, you can calculate just the numbers, or you can calculate also with the numbers added. And then 49ers does have the 55 connection as well. But think about it. 49ers has the 55 connection. They also have the 42 connection, just like the state of Missouri has the 42 connection. They got to 4-2 in Super Bowls on the 42nd day of the year, the Chiefs. Missouri 123. Both quarterbacks had exactly 123 passing yards at the half. Brock Purdy, Mahomes. Travis Kelce, 93 yards receiving in the game. Chiefs set the record later in the game for longest Super Bowl field goal with a 57-yarder. Big loss for the Niners was number 57. Again, the base ciphers, you learn them, you see through the script. And again, the sports day began with the St. Louis Blues picking up their 58th points of the season on the day of Super Bowl 58. Just like how the Kings were playing that day, who used to be in Kansas City, and Mike Brown, the coach, came into the day with 271 losses, the 58th prime. And again, which reminds me, this man won the Chicago Marathon 126 days before his death, the day of the Super Bowl. The NFL founded in Chicago. This season, the Chiefs, they beat Chicago with 41 points. In that game, Andy Reid got his 131st win with the Chiefs, but he also got his 271st career win, including his time with the Eagles, which is the 58th prime. You might see the NPR guy, Bob Edwards, is dead too. He's dead at 76 after the 49ers are dead in the Super Bowl. Again, San Francisco 76. But Bob Edwards just died on his 271st day of his age, the 58th prime, and no doubt that's part of this ritual as well. If I'm not mistaken, Jim Nantz, they had him give out the trophy yesterday. Jim Nantz, 64. Like how the Chiefs are in their 64 season. Kansas City Chiefs equals 64. Usher equals 64. Did the 15-minute halftime performance for number 15, Mahomes. Him and Alicia Keys, when they got together, were looking like the Chiefs colors. But notice Jim Nantz from his May 17th birthday. Again, just how scripted they got it year after year. Rituals like this all over the place if you're paying attention. From his birthday to the game was 270 days later, or the Super Bowl was on his 271st day of his age, the 58th prime. So they had him in the booth this year for Super Bowl 58 and him presenting the Lombardi trophy. And again, Lombardi was a Jesuit. The Jesuits gave us the calendar we're on, the language as we know it. They served the Roman Catholic Church. All roads lead to Rome. The church established worldwide from Kenya to Kansas City to where the Super Bowl was in Vegas. So here, let me do a correction on his birthday is December 2nd, so it'd be 29 days to the end of the year. The Super Bowl was 42 days later, so actually that's what they did. Kelvin Kiptum, 71. He died 71 days after his birthday, matching his name. And, of course, Catholic is 71. It was on the Vatican's birthday, the Super Bowl, and that's why the score was 25-22. Vatican equals 25. Vatican equals 47. It was the Vatican's birthday on 2/11. 2/11's the 47th prime. Nevada's a 47 state. 47 points in the game. The over-under was at 47.5. And, again, just how perfect. The Super Bowl was 56 days after the Pope's birthday. Pope's got that 25, 56, and 11 for on the 11th. Next year's Super Bowl 59, Benedict stepped down on the 59th day of the year for Francis. the 59th presidential election. Biden was elected 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. Wonder if anybody could become 5-2 in the big game. Anyway, there's even more to this, but I mean, do you need to see any more? I'm just amazed how we continue to call futures like nothing, call the news like nothing, and just like, you got Bill Maher, Bill Maher, for example. Bill Maher going on his Friday night program and can get away with going in front of his audience and going, oh, these conspiracy theorists out here saying the NFL's rigging the season around Taylor Swift. It's like, yeah, why don't you have me on? If you saw the guest he had on this past Friday, some author that nobody's heard of, and he wasn't ready for the TV. He was nervous as shit. He couldn't even talk. He was like all jittering. I was like, who's this guest they bring on? If you're going to diss conspiracy talkers and act like there's no rigging in the NFL, why not bring on the number one, conspiracy talker who's been exposing the NFL for over a decade now and making my point in spades? Again, since Super Bowl 48, we've only called one Super Bowl wrong, and it wasn't that bad because we had the future in for both teams in week 3 and destroyed the playoffs that year. And I did give a good reason for why the Eagles might beat the Patriots. My theory was dead on if the Eagles won, what would happen? Why Zach Ertz, again, number 86, would score the winning touchdown 86 days after his birthday, 86 years after the national anthem was adopted, when that whole season was about the flag and the anthem. But yeah, Bill Maher, bring me on, buddy. Let's see how real it gets on real time. Instead of some nervous nobody that nobody cared about, most boring, anxiety-provoking interview I ever saw, you should have had on yours truly. Right before the Super Bowl, it would have been showtime. Could have put our mouths where our money was. You know what I mean? Or is it put your money where your mouth is? We could have done it either way. Either way, we could have done it. Sometimes I get dyslexic. So, but yeah, the stuff's sick. Like I say, the game's rigged and the ritual sacrifice. And watch, it'll keep happening. We're not done here. There's going to be a few more. There's going to be at least a few more connected to this game as the days go by. Let me look at car crash one more time. Look at that, man. Car crash is 71 and 55 like his name, and he's dead. Dead 71 days after his birthday, and his name equals 71 and 51. How do you spell it again? I'm spelling it wrong. I know I got the K part right. Kelvin Kiptum. And again, you guys, I mean, look at Travis Kelce's career stats. He's now he already had passed the record, but whoops, I typed in the wrong thing. Travis Kelce's now got 168 career postseason receptions. Taylor Swift 168. He did it 129 days after his birthday. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift 168, 129. Remember, she just cleaned up at the 66th Grammys, Taylor Swift. And then Toby Keith just died in a 51 ritual on 51 date numerology the next day when he's the guy who put her up as a star. And you also had the death of Earl the Twirl out of Detroit at age 66, the day of the 66th Grammys, when Taylor Swift had her first public singing appearance in Detroit. And then, Killer Mike also had a similar ritual at the Grammys, winning big, but then getting arrested. They like to do that to the black guys. Will Smith, now Killer Mike, got always shamed by the code. And just like, look who's getting sacrificed again. Like I always say, they pick on black people the most, these racists. But yeah, Allegiant Stadium's also 168. And for everyone's like, well, prove it to me. Yeah, I'll keep proving it to you. Swift 58, Taylor Allison Swift 104. Just go to Football Reference, Here, well, if we can get the site to load. Travis Kelce, let's just go to his stats here real quick. Travis Kelce, we talked about this before the game, him getting to 168. We didn't see it after the fact. We talked about it before the game. Travis Kelce playoffs. See, today's 130 days after his birthday, so yesterday was 129. Again, Taylor Swift's album's coming out on the 129th day of her age on Ignatius Loyola Day, the founder of the Jesuits, April 19th. But, what in the world? Something is wrong He had 159 receptions before the game yesterday, which we were looking at, and then he had 9 on the game. They'll correct this. This is not correct right now. He had 159 before the game. He had 9 receptions in yesterday's game. So he's clearly at 160. I don't know what Football Reference is doing. It's bugged right now. Maybe they're trying to do a cover-up since we exposed it last night. But here, unless they took 3 receptions away from him for some reason. No, he's still got 9. He definitely had 159 before the game yesterday. He's at 168. And by the way, you see Mahomes with his 333 passing yards. We were talking about how important that number was when he beat the 49ers in Super Bowl 54. Patrick LaVon Mahomes, we talked about this, but if you put the 2 on it, because he is technically the second, it's also 333. And Patrick alone's 33. He became the 33rd quarterback to win a Super Bowl on the 33rd day of the year, 4 years earlier. Last night, he became the 33rd quarterback to win Most Valuable Player at the QB position in the Super Bowl. And that was something else that we just thought was a no-brainer. So all year, you got to see him doing the ad as Most Valuable Bundler. And now he bundles back-to-back Super Bowls. And again, all year, the whiteboard he kept showing you with the word bundle, bundle 58, 104. Super Bowl 58, 104th NFL season. Comes from a baseball family. His first season as a starter, the Royals went 58 and 104. But yeah, where is the argument for all these haters? All these shills that have a following. It's like, who follows these people who just have nothing new to say, treating all the bullshit like it's real, out of the side of their mouth, taking shots at my work? I think Gematria is a BS. I think it's all coincidence. And it's just like, what? What? These people are wrong about everything day in and day out. Literally, it's like, why is anyone still listening to them? They're literally wrong about everything day after day. We're almost right about everything over here, day after day, year after year, future after future. It's like, and again, that's why, if people had a brain and the algorithm wasn't promoting losers who help do the establishment's bidding, I'm pretty sure we'd be the most popular channel on the history of the internet. So I don't know why we wouldn't be. I don't think anybody's ever accomplished a fraction of what we have. And I don't think that's an overstatement. I think that's a perfectly fair statement. Just in light of the 26.2 thing for the kilometers and marathons, there might be something about that because Brock Purdy was the 262nd pick of the draft. By the way, the guy who coined the phrase Mr. Irrelevant, his name in Gematria equals 104. So you got the first Mr. Irrelevant in the Super Bowl in the 104th NFL season as well. More script. More script. All right. Thanks again to everyone who hits the like and the share. Shout out to Open Up with another 5. ESPN posted a graphic about Taylor Swift's 13s on their Instagram. More mockery. Also, Marcus Jordan Pippen call off wedding. Hold on. Marcus Jordan Pippen. Jordan and Pippen. That, like what, their kids were going to get married? Who remembers the other year when Scottie Pippen's son died at age 33 on the first day of Taurus the Bull? Go back and look that up. Scottie, and that was on April 19th, Ignatius of Loyola Day. The Bulls always came out to the song Sirius. The Jesuits were created to counter the 95 Theses. Michael Jordan's father died at the intersection of Route 95. 33 days from winning the NBA Finals. Nonetheless, NBA Finals 33, Michael 33. The first three-peater, Michael. The last football team to win 3 championships, Jordan Love now plays on. Kansas City Chiefs. They won the championship pre-Super Bowl era, and then they won the first 2 Super Bowls. Hold on. I got to get the clarification on this Marcus Jordan wedding. Is this Is this Larsa Pippen related to Scottie Pippen? What kind of joke is this? Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen have been quite. All right, who is Larsa Pippen? Spouse Scottie Pippen. What is going on? Okay, I'm getting confused here. Marcus Jordan is the son of Michael Jordan, and Larsa Pippen, who's the spouse of Scottie Pippen, have been quite coy about engagement rumors lately. Marcus Jordan revealed that he intends to have his father, basketball legend Michael Jordan, to play an important role in the ceremony. All right, you're saying they called it off, but I'm still so confused. Her spouse is okay. They got divorced, so Michael Jordan's son was going to marry Scottie Pippen's ex. I mean, it's just, oh my god. I see that Larsa Pippen's birthday is July 6th. That was the same day that Jordan was spotted in Italy, 201 days from the Pope's birthday. I see she's 49 years old right now when this is going down. That's a big number with the Bulls and their rituals historically. Chicago Bulls 49. Huh. Okay. Appreciate the heads up. Like I always say, these people don't get to choose, their spouses. It's just like their whole lives are puppet strings. They don't get to choose what clothes they're wearing. When you guys just come and leave comments like, "No way they three-peat," it's just like, based in what? Based in what? Based in what? Your opinion? Like, where does your opinion come from? Larsa Pippen also dated her son's teammate at one point. Okay. For the record, since we're talking Jordan and Pippen, if the NBA wasn't fixed, here's another guarantee. If the NBA wasn't fixed, Scottie Pippen would have been the real star of the Chicago Bulls all day, every day. Bigger, more athletic, way better defensively, all around game. Jordan was just made the star. He came in the league at the right time with David Stern, and David Stern dropped his quote: "The NBA is not about basketball; it's about making stars." I mean, Jordan's whole legacy. I mean, I'm not saying Jordan was bad, but Jordan's whole legacy was he could get away with anything. He could foul the shit out of anybody, no call. He could get breathed on. He was going to shoot free throws. That was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was like the officiating of the Baltimore Kansas City AFC Championship. No holding called, defensive holding, no pass interference called. That was like Michael Jordan defense. And anyone who thinks I'm wrong about that, trust me, you don't know what you're talking about. It's just evident. It's just evident that Pippen was the way better player. I mean, you got to be blind to not see it. Yeah, exactly. Allegiant Stadium address 333, all the threes. Mahomes' father with 3 DWIs, or acronym with 3 letters. Mahomes' third Super Bowl win 3 days after the Kobe statue as the Niners pick up their third Super Bowl loss, losing 3 straight Super Bowls. Everything else I'm forgetting right now. Yeah, exactly. Pippen wore 33, going with his son dying at 33 on the first day of Taurus. Check out Russell J. Gold. Is that like besides the point of what we're talking about right now? Russell J. Gold. Postmaster General. I'll look it up later. I don't know what it's about. Larsa Pippen used to date Future. Future had the song Mask Off. what did they do? They ended the airport policy of having to wear your COVID mask on the anniversary of the Future Mask Off song. Isn't that what they did? And then in New York, they dropped the mask mandate on Kyrie Irving's birthday, who didn't want to go along with the policies. All these jokes just all over the place. Just jokes for days. Yeah, exactly. We've been talking about the 3 dead Kansas City fans and them showing them in their Mahomes 15 jerseys as Mahomes gets his 3rd Super Bowl and 15th playoff win. That's why a lot of people just start decoding way too deep. They're putting the story right in front of your face. They're like literally just like cramming it in your face. All right, for all the people still not supporting the work, again, when are you guys going to support the work? Don't you want to see this get on a way larger stage? This work needs way more support so we can get out and do way bigger things. I should have been in Vegas yesterday on the mic, letting them all have it. So let's get the support way up. I don't like that the support goes down every single year. There's no reason for it to be going down. We continue to nail futures. I mean, what do you guys miss out on this year? 50-1 on the Rangers. Another landed Super Bowl future, both teams correct before the season began. Everything else, why are you not supporting the work? Find $1 a month. Find $1 a month. What's with supporting all these whack-ass frauds in the community? Why are they better funded than I am when they don't have anything to offer? Just bad information, false predictions, needless fear porn, buy some more basement snacks. I mean, shouldn't be happening. Need to bankrupt these people so they can just disappear from the scene. Stop clogging up the truthosphere. They don't belong here. All right. This year needs to be the takeover. We need to do things before they take us down, before 2025 gets here. I don't know about live stream tonight, Jonathan, because I'm exhausted, man. I did over 13 hours of live streaming yesterday. So I didn't realize that until the day was over. I was like, oh my God, I streamed for over 13 hours today. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. A quarter a week. It should be in the budget. If not, I can just imagine things you are spending your money on. Cheetos, fast food, all kinds of trash that supports the mega corporations that rule over us. That's when you realize you're part of the problem. So anyway, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Thank you again to everyone who hits the like and the share. And until next time.